I'm Chad Nicefield from the band Wilson. And you're watching PureGrainAudio. That's obviously a frog. I mean, if people don't see that that's a frog, but however, the antennas give me the idea that this frog is. It looks like he's moving forward. That's a very positive frog. That's a toad. That's a toad of future generations. That's a toad. That is definitely a toad of future generations. He might even have his own movie. I don't know. That's a pretty good one. At first glance, I want to say they're two women facing away from each other, holding, like coddling a baby. Maybe it's a mirror reflection, but yeah, to me it looks like, I don't want to say Mother Mary or anything like that, but it looks like a woman, a mirror image of a woman holding some sort of thing that she cares deeply about. It looks like a shitty June bug. It looks like a squash June bug. It looks like maybe, because the wings of June bug sit at its back, so it looks like it was probably trying to get away, and some like dickbag came down with a foot of fury and destroyed that dude's future, man. That definitely looks like a dead June bug. That looks like two old men having a squabble. They're arguing over something. Maybe one of them drank the other one's booze. Maybe they live together in a. I imagine them living together in like a double-wide mobile home, and one of them came home after like bingo night and realized that he didn't have any more 7 and 7 to drink, so they're arguing with each other. But for sure, looks like two old dudes having at it. Yeah. Looks like a badass family crest. It looks like something that you would see like tattooed on some like some bro dude's back in the mosh pit or whatever, as he's about to squash the life of some small 14-year-old kid. It's like that's the last thing that some dude saw, as he's looking forward as some bro dude is just destroying some 14-year-old child in a mosh pit. That's for sure a shitty family crest tattoo. That one reminds me of Hellraiser. I think it's because I mean, there's no pins, but the head shape, it reminds me of like Hellraiser, like taking you in to the darkness. That's a vagina. That's 100% a vagina. I don't know if it's the color of the vagina or the fact that there's the little urethra, there's a little white spot like right where the urethra hole would be, and it looks exactly perfectly placed there, and also like looks like the hood's opened up and the clit is just kind of like sunken in waiting to come out, and then you can reach down to the very bottom of it and look at the start of the taint going right into the asshole of it looks like a perfect vagina. It's very, very pretty vagina. If that's your vagina out there, good, looking good. That reminds me of the Grand Canyon. I know maybe it's because it's got like a little bit of a Native American coloring to it, but it kind of looks like when you're staring into the Grand Canyon. I believe it's the Mississippi River that runs through the Grand Canyon, I think. That'd be really shitty if I didn't know, but it reminds me of the river that's running through the Grand Canyon if you're ever staring down into it. I went there once when I was in 9th grade, and I remember those colors everywhere. It's kind of like a butterfly, but I'm sure that's, I don't want to say it's a butterfly because I'm sure that's like many of people have said that it's a butterfly, but it looks like a butterfly. It looks like it reminds me of the zoo back home in Detroit in the Royal Oak. They have a butterfly garden, and when you walk in there, you know, like there's like a person that has to keep you from, you have to keep the door shut, and you go in there, there's a million of butterflies. People get married in there or have been proposed to and things like that. Kind of reminds me of happiness, love. That's some shitty ETs. That looks like a shitty ET to me. Looks like he maybe got a little too drunk, asphyxiated on his own vomit. That's dead ET. That's too drunk, dead ET, asphyxiated on his own vomit. That's why he's blue. And my girlfriend would absolutely be horrified if she had to look at this. Amy, it's fucking shitty ET.